Hello, everybody. It's Patrick Collins, aka Big PH. I just wanted to make a little video, take a second, just to talk about the trial, the George Zimmerman trial. The verdict came in last night, and as some of you might know, I did a reaction video on it. When it happened live, the verdict came back not guilty, and not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter in the second degree. So he is completely off the hook for the murder, for the killing of Trayvon Martin. He was not proven by law, by Florida law, to have resulted in his death, or his actions did not cause his death. Those are the two things that needed to be at least proven beyond a reasonable doubt that he didn't do, and the jury decided that he was not guilty of those crimes. Now, let me be the first to say that it doesn't matter what anyone has to say online, in the papers. It really doesn't even matter, unfortunately, what Trayvon Martin's family says or what George Zimmerman's family says. The verdict is in. The case is over. George Zimmerman is not guilty. But whether it was the right verdict or not does not matter. George Zimmerman can come out tomorrow and say he mowed down Trayvon Martin just because he was a nigger, and nothing would happen to him. Period. That's just the way our court system works. He can never be charged again. But let's take a look. Let me just say that when I first heard about this case, the first thing I thought about was that could be me. Sure, I might be light-skinned, but in the dead of night, can you really tell? I used to live in a small town where I would cut through every yard I could to get to where I was going just a little bit faster, and I wear black pants, black hoodie, walking. That could have been me. Someone could have followed me. And that's what he did. Trayvon Martin might have been smoking weed. He might have even been the type of person that liked to fight. But this was never about their characters. It should have never been about their characters. It should have been, but that is what the media made it about. Oh, is George Zimmerman a racist? Is Trayvon Martin just a hoodlum? Who cares about their characters? Personally, I don't know if George Zimmerman's a racist, but he is a vigilante. He feels like he needs to take the law into his own hands. That is a fact. That is well documented. And Trayvon Martin was a young black male down in Florida, so of course he was smoking marijuana. But from the start, Trayvon Martin's family wanted to make him seem like a saint. He wasn't. Of course, you could blame the media for that. But I digress. George Zimmerman followed Trayvon Martin. He saw him and he said that guy looks suspicious. He followed him. First in his car, then on foot. Followed him. Stopped him. And Trayvon Martin, he might have started the fight. Who knows? But I say Zimmerman, by following him, started the fight. All it takes is a few words, and then things get escalated to shooting. Now, let me ask you this: if Trayvon Martin really was a typical, hoodlum, you know, gangster, then George Zimmerman would have been shot and killed. If this was like a, if he, you know, we'd been talking about a totally different story. It would have got nowhere near as much news coverage. But no, they got into a fight, and when George Zimmerman was losing that fight, he took out his gun and he shot Trayvon Martin. Some people say that the gun could have went off in a struggle. It could have been a struggle for the gun, and then it could have went off on accident. But Trayvon Martin's DNA was not found on the gun anywhere, so that sounds like bullshit to me. But those are the facts. He was losing a fight, pulled out his gun, and he shot him. Was he that? We'll never. Was he? Did he really fear for his life? Maybe he did. But I think this is really about a bigger issue, and that's guns. It's the fact that that most people's first instinct when they're backed into a corner is to pull out a gun and shoot somebody. And that's the country that we live in. That our first instinct is to kill. Not to talk, is violence. It's not to try to talk things out. It's not to try to fight things out. No, it's to shoot things out. That's our first reaction. Unfortunately, the media made it about race, and you know, I don't envy the jury. They had a hard decision to make. While I personally think it was the wrong decision, my opinion doesn't really matter. But beyond a reasonable doubt, he was proven not guilty. But when are we going to sit and talk about the fact that this happens every day? And and every day it's between two young black males, one if not both of them dying. Because nobody wants to do anything but shoot off their guns anymore, and that's a problem. That's a problem in this country. You know, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. You know, friend me on Facebook, Pat Collins. Follow me on Twitter at @thebigph1. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. You guys have a great day.